afternoon. My name is Chris Jones. Welcome to the Hall of Sports. Turmoil in the Pittsburgh's locker room, and we're going to talk about what needs to be done to get that franchise under control. Now, this all started about a year ago when Le'Veon Bell held out of training camp. Then we have the incident with Antonio Brown where he went Facebook Live from the locker room. That drama has carried into the 2018 season. Le'Veon Bell held out of training camp again, and now he is officially off the active roster of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then this new incident with Antonio Brown, where a previous employee of the Pittsburgh Steelers went on Twitter and made a statement towards Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown went on Twitter, and his reply was, well, trade me. Now, as an owner, that would concern me for two reasons. Number one, is he happy with this organization? And number two, will he continue to do well? Now, I heard a statement from Max Kellerman about Antonio Brown's tweet that didn't sit too well with me. Max Kellerman said, well, what are you going to do? Trade him? He's one of the best receivers in the league. You damn right you're going to punish Antonio Brown. Look, I own a moving company, Chris Moves in Northern California. And every single year I have a busy season, so I have to hire new employees. And some of them start, and it's a blessing in disguise when I get a worker that knows what to do, how to prep the furniture, how to move it out the doors without damaging it. But some of them approach me like this. They say, look, Chris, after being there for 2 or 3 weeks, they'll approach me like this. They'll say, hey, Chris, you know I've been here for a while now, and unless you pay me $30, $35 an hour, I ain't gonna be able to work for you no more. And then I get some good workers that approach me like this. Hey, Chris, you know, I ain't gonna be able to work all week no more. I can only work on Mondays, Tuesdays, maybe half a day on Friday. And the weekend, them are my family days. I can't work on them on the weekends. So at that point, I got a choice. I could tell him to take a hike, or I could sit there and continue to deal with that drama. The owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers needs to take control of this situation. He needs to call in his general manager and tell him, look, I'm going to call in Antonio Brown, and then I'm going to call in Mike Tomlin. And if these meetings don't go well, we may need a new receiver and a new head coach. Then I'm going to call in Antonio Brown. Antonio, what's the problem? You the highest, you getting the money you want. You're the most targeted receiver in the NFL. And what can we do to come to a mutual agreement? And if we do, this is how this team will be structured, because I cannot jeopardize the integrity of this franchise. And then if he don't agree, he can take a hike. Then I'm going to call in Mike Tomlin. Mike, can you get this organization back under control? Now, if Mike Tomlin could get this organization back under control, he would have did it a long time ago. So the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers needs to step in. And so what if Antonio Brown leaves? I'm sure there'll be some wide receivers in free agency next year. They may not be as good as him, but I'm sure they can get the job done.